Clear to RNAV Yankee approach only 26 in Regina on touch transition.
Clear for the RNAV Yankee 26 off the transition, one shot 302.
Welcome to a flight in the Meridian. We are just north of the Canadian-US border. Just crossed over not too long ago. We're on with Winnipeg Center. Currently at flight level 280 and on our way to Alberta. Been a little while since we've been in the Meridian. Performing very nicely here. We are at, again, flight level 280 and we're cruising at 270 knots. Our true airspeed is 270. I think Piper rates it at 260, I want to say. So we're cruising right now at 270. We see between 260 and 270, honestly. And we're burning 253 pounds per hour right now. That's very efficient. Let's see here. That's 37 gallons per hour. Got just over 1 hour left in our flight. And the weather here is much nicer than it was during my last flight, so I'm very happy about that. Here we are, here's the PFD. Again, this is the Avidyne system. And there's the MFD. So we see all this shading here. What I should do is change the weather source to pick up Canadian weather. Now you can see the source, the weather overlay is picking it up from the Canada source. So that's just NEXRAD weather. I could go through here until I get to my legend. There's a status. You can see the NEXRAD is 1 minute old. And it also gives you the age of the different items here, like METARs, AirMets, SIGMETs, TFRs, and so on. Here is pulling the weather, the nearest airport. Charlie Echo Hotel 3 does not have a weather reporting station, so it's pulling the information from right there.
Charlie Yankee Alpha, contact me now on frequency 120.1.
And there's that latest METAR from Red Deer Airport. There's the engine information. This airplane likes to cruise with approximately 2-degree left rudder trim.
Charlie Yankee Alpha, Winnipeg.
There's our 430, so we got two 430s in here. They're 430Ws, so they're WASP equipped. They actually just went up for overhaul, I believe last year. I want to say last year. Both of these went out for overhaul. There's your number 2 transponder GTX 330.
Charlie Yankee Alpha, okay, thanks.
There's also a GTX 330 over here.
Okay, thank you. ATIS Victor.
So this one is upgraded for the WASP output. So this has, again, it's a GTX 335, I believe it is now. Or no, the 330 ES, I believe, is what it was upgraded to. the cabin pressure controllers here. It works really well. It's an analog system. And here's your cabin pressure gauge. And your standby instruments. Here's your rate controller. Fuel temperature. This little display here just gives you the status of your standby attitude indicator battery. There's a switch for that. That battery is located in the radar pod. And this is an electrical driven instrument. It is not pneumatic or suction powered like in some of the aircraft. Here's your rudder or your yaw dampener trim. So yes, we have yaw dampener trim and rudder trim. Here's your elevator trim on-off switch, the gear warn mute switch. So if your torque is below 350 foot-pounds of torque, you'll get the gear warning sound. You know, like your engine is too low, it thinks you want to land. If that is intentional to have your torque that low, but you don't want to land, you can just press this to mute the gear horn. And here's your GPS or ground proximity warning system to test. Here's your switch for ADAHRS 1 and 2. Currently it's being split. So if you had an issue with ADAHRS 1, for example, you could force both PFDs to receive information from ADAHRS 2 and vice versa. Here's your annunciator test to test the lights. Here's your climate control system. Of course, you've got auto and manual. And here's your temperature control. So in automatic, your temperature control is set via this rotating knob. And in manual mode, temperature control is with this rocker switch, left and right. And the air conditioning on-off switch, and the fan. This vent fan, you can turn it on, but it's only functional in a non-pressurization condition, because this feeds air directly from outside the aircraft. So you can't have this functioning while you're pressurized. Here's your ELT. And you got breakers on your instrument panel there, and also on the co-pilot side and on the pilot side over here. Here is my view. And here's the co-pilot view. This is normal for a cruise flight. Of course, your battery would be on, avionics are on, generator and alternator switches are on as well. Fuel pumps will be in auto, the ignition stays in auto. Here you've just got lights. These are for your interior switches, or your interior lights, sorry. And then you've got heats and lights on this side for exterior lighting and exterior heating. So your windshield heat, you know, this should be on. But in my experience, the defrost here from the bleed system is more than adequate for keeping your windshields clean, at least in the summer months. So instead of wearing out the element on your windshield, which this is a very expensive windshield due to the elements inside of it to, like the heating elements. Just try not to use it when you don't have to. But that's there. And of course, prop heat, stall heat, surface de-ice. So this is all your anti-ice stuff. And then you just got lights down here. So pitot heat on, nav light, and strobe light. Well, we just got discretion 10,000 feet. Our VSR right now is around 1200. Around 1,400 feet on the VSR, I'll start my descent. We got like 20 minutes left in the flight here. So we're looking good. The altimeter setting on the ground there is 29.61.
Pasco 3002, contact Lethbridge Radio 1210.
Order Lethbridge Radio now on 2110 for Pasco 3002.
Wind is from 190. We're planning to land runway 16. The 3,000 foot runway. No problem for this airplane. Okay, there's 14,000 or 1,400 on the VSR. Field elevation is 2669.
Arctic 6068 shows 340 now.
300 or 500 feet above that is for the cabin rate controller. Just start our descent. Make sure we don't overspeed the aircraft. In the Meridian, max speed is 188.
Up to lowest 656 heavy, 14.2 for 210.
WestJet 656 heavy, I'm the center climb flight about 280.
I maintain 280 WestJet 656. Center on course 3192, climbing through 10,500 for 210.
29 degrees Celsius on the ground in Red Deer.
Course 3192, center gate, clear direct.
Quite warm.
Direct motor on course 3192.
Course 392, roger, and climb flight level 250.
Up 250 now on course 3192.
So the U.S. and Canada is a little bit different in Canada with your flight plan. So you can cancel your flight plan, but there's a separate part of it.
Traffic advisory 1267 Parkland area traffic helicopter Foxtrot Lima Mike India 3,200 4 miles to the southwest eastbound. We'll be passing south of the
so you've got the flight plan, but then you also have alerting services. In the U.S. is kind of combined. If you cancel your IFR in the U.S., everything is closed out. Here in Canada, there's two pieces to it. You've got your flight plan, your IFR, and also your alerting services. So I've canceled the IFR, but the alerting services are still open, and once I land, then I have to call within a certain time to cancel those, which is a safety net. That way they know that I've landed safely at the airport. So 126.7 traffic in the vicinity of Ponoka, Charlie Golf Hotel Victor Mike, currently 10 miles to the east of Ponoka, 7,000 descending inbound to Ponoka, 126.7 traffic. Ponoka traffic, Charlie Golf Hotel Victor Mike is currently 9 miles to the east of the field, 6,500 inbound for landing at Ponoka. Alright, the bumps are picking up here, so let's start slowing it down. There's that gear warn, so I just pressed the mute because I reduced my torque below 350 foot-pounds.
From traffic Victor, Echo Tango, turning final for 17 Lacombe on the grass, full stop.
That guy's landing Lacombe, which is just to the south of Ponoka, off our left wing here. Lots of thermal activity. Okay, well, let's overfly the field and we'll enter right downwind, runway 16. Autopilot disconnect, I'll fly the plane here. Anoka traffic, Charlie Golf Hotel Victor Mike is 3 miles to the east of the field, now at 4,300 descending, and we'll plan to enter, overfly the field east to west to enter left or right downwind for 16 Panoka. I checked the weather in Red Deer. It's favoring landing to the south. Weather in Edmonton is favoring landing to the west and north. So, I'm going to overfly the field here and take a look at the windsock. Normally, you can interpolate between Edmonton and Red Deer, but because it's so drastic right now, just overfly the field and get a good look at that windsock. It's 4,000 feet, the pattern altitude is 3,600, almost 3,700. Alright, there's the windsock. It's pointing in the direction of 16, but there's hardly any wind, so we'll just do 16, which is what we planned. Panoka traffic, Charlie Golf Hotel, Victor Mike is turning right downwind 16, Panoka. Okay, gears coming down. Okay, runway in sight. Panoka traffic, Charlie Golf Hotel Victor Mike is turning right base 16, Panoka. I can definitely feel the thermal activity here. A lot of rising air, it's hot.
$500.
Got 3 greens. That's good. Panoka traffic, Charlie Golf Hotel Victor Mike is turning final 16, full stop Panoka. Okay, confirmed headwind and runway in sight. Didn't quite make the turnoff there, but also not really much of a headwind, so. But I will say, could have definitely made it by the turnoff, but I would have had to get on the brakes harder and more wear and tear on the airplane, so there's no point. There was no real reason to stop by that turnoff. But. Thanks for joining on this flight. We'll go ahead and get her shut down here, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.